There's some music going here. It's episode 7. On Stock Talk Late Night episode 7. We'll get started in just a second. Interesting day in the markets today. The last week or so been kind of crazy, so we'll get into it tonight. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. I appreciate it. Share, notification bell. What's going on, Neo? Appreciate you stopping by. Gonna jump this thing off in just a second. See what's going on in the market. Yeah, S&P officially negative for the year. Yeah, we're gonna jump into that, man. Whew. Good thing or a bad thing? Time to buy. Okay. Is it time to buy yet, or we still got some more falling to do? That's the question. What you thinking? I know a couple of shows ago I did an over and under, but I did an over and under on some positions. I said over on a few of them. I may have to retract those statements for sure. Yep. Appreciate you all stopping by. This is Stock Talk Late Night episode 7. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell as you come in. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Yep. True that. Dollar cost averaging. You know, you don't know when it's going to reverse, so keep buying on the way down. I got you. That's a good strategy. We shall see, man. We shall see what's going to happen. Let's get right into the market recap. And let's see what's going on here. Jump right into the Dow. Yep. Jump right into the Dows. You see down 193 points today, 0.45%. Been a rough week. See the Dows down 1% over the last 5 days, down 574 points. And year to date, the Dow is still actually up, holding on to positive 1.63%, up 695 points on the year. Let's head over to that S&P though. S&P down well below the 6K now, down 1.59% on the day, down 94 points. Over the last week, we're down 3.88%. Over the last month, down 2.51%. And year to date, we are, like Neo said, officially down year to date 0.34%, down 20 points. And I know it's just down 20 year to date, but I don't know, man. It just seems like a gut punch over the last, week or two with the S&P. We saw it hit over 6K, 6,100. We at 6,144 here, and you just see what's going on since then. So, I know we're talking about buy the dip or buy the pullback. Is this just a regular pullback, or is this something a little bit more serious than that? So, second month of the year, I believe this will be a negative return year. I may have to second that. I put a poll up not too long ago on YouTube asking, what do you think the S&P results would be, positive or negative this year? So, yeah, I don't have any arguments with that right now. Where we at here? So, yeah, the S&P's down year to date. Let's go to the NASDAQ. And, man, the NASDAQ took another hit today, down 2.78%, down 530 points. Over the last week, you see the NASDAQ is down 6.86%. That's 1,365 points. And year to date, the NASDAQ is down almost 4%, 3.97%, down 766 points year to date. What are you guys thinking about the NASDAQ right now? You know, NASDAQ is the home to a lot of the big tech heavy positions, and just not looking good right now. Not looking good. I kind of get nervous when I see that NASDAQ, you know, taking those sharp turns, you know, to the downside. You know, we talked about it the other day. I do not want to see a repeat of 2022 at all, for sure. Or even when we took that big hit in 2020, you know, during COVID, although we did recover. Uh, so it just has an uneasy feeling right now. Let's take a look here. We'll jump back into Google Finance here, but let's take a look at. Um, let me see. Let me get off of here, and let's go to something I don't usually talk about too often, but we got it up today. So let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. And you see here, we're at an 18, which is extreme fear. How do you feel about that? Fear and Greed Index is showing extreme fear right now. You know, it's the sentiment in the market right now. So not good. Not good. Hopefully we can turn it around, but it's just not what you want to see at the moment. And just some upcoming news. We had the GDP second estimate today. So on March the 7th, we had the monthly employment report. You see it's at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time for February 2025. March 12th, we had a CPI inflation report. So we got some big news coming up that we know is going to have an effect on the market. Then you have the Fed meeting day 1 on March 18th, and day 2, March 19th. March 27th, we have the GDP third estimate. Then we go out to April monthly employment report. April 10th, CPI inflation report. April 30th, and so on. So just to give you kind of an update on some important dates coming up that you may want to be aware of, and they're probably going to have an impact on the market. So always good to know what the upcoming events are, and you know, just be prepared. Be prepared and buckle up. Things can get pretty interesting pretty soon, and yeah, man, just strap up. Could be a bumpy ride. So, you know, have a plan in place, what is dollar cost averaging, or if you want to just kind of sit to the side for a second to see what until you figure out what's going on in the market, and just have a plan in place. And, when I saw Nvidia kind of take a hit, I knew it was going to be I knew it was going to get shaky. So let's see. Let's actually look at Nvidia and see what's going on here. So let's stop this. Let's go see what's going on with Nvidia. And we'll go to Yahoo Finance, and you see Wall Street scrutinizing Nvidia's earnings beat. Let's just click on this real quick here. Nvidia stock sinks 8%. Market cap dips below $3 trillion. Earnings are no match for sky high expectations. And you see Nvidia stock fell 8.5% Thursday after the company's fourth quarter earnings topped Wall Street expectations, but its outlook for first quarter gross margin came in lower than estimates. And you see Nvidia here finished the day at 120.15. Wow, down 8%, 11 points. That's pretty crazy. What do you guys think about Nvidia right now? What's on your mind? What's on your mind with Nvidia? I know we have some Nvidia shareholders out there. Are you buying more at this price, or are you kind of waiting to see what's going to happen? Do you think it's going to go lower? or you think it'll be a sharp turnaround back to the upside for Nvidia? Seems like you know, the investors didn't like the outlook of Nvidia, so it may be a little shaky. Let's read a little bit more into this thing here. Nvidia guided for a gross margin of roughly 71% for the first quarter, lower than its 73% gross margin in the fourth quarter. JP Morgan analysts Carl Sure noted that the gross margin guidance was below consensus 72.1% as the team continues to scale its Blackwell shipments higher and incurs expedite fees to get systems to customers as rapidly as possible. So just a little bit more on the Nvidia earnings. You can read through on Yahoo Finance, especially if you're a shareholder, but seems like, investors didn't quite like the numbers that came out or the forward outlook for Nvidia. So here we are. You see a sharp downturn in Nvidia's price. You see a downturn in the markets, and like I said, maybe a bumpy ride. So, just saying, keep buying if you have it. This is the opportunity. Gotcha. Yep. And you know what? I'm still up on my Nvidia position. Quite a bit, actually. I think I have a buy-in average of about $87 or something like that. So I'm still up quite a bit. I think last time I checked, like 50-something% on my Nvidia position. I don't have a lot of shares of Nvidia, but I do have a few that I started buying when they said they were going to announce the split. So I started buying then. I kept adding after the split. I haven't bought any lately, but I think I'm going to start adding some more to my Nvidia position. I do think this is a good price to buy. Hopefully it doesn't fall too further, but long term, I think Nvidia is still a major player in the market. And I think they mentioned, let me see, go back to Yahoo Finance. We'll go back here. They mentioned that if I just scroll down here, let's see. I thought I read something. I read something. I just don't think it's a major concern with Nvidia. I was trying to see exactly what it said. I'll find it later. But long story short, I'm going to keep buying. I'm not selling Nvidia anytime soon. So, it's just part of the game. We're going to have, man, let me tell you, when before Amazon and Google split, when they was trading at 3,000 and 2,500 and all that stuff, and man, you see earnings that they probably blew the numbers out the water, but the outlook wasn't great, and you see a pullback of 500 points or 300 points on Amazon. It's like, okay, okay, we're gonna get hit today, but give me about a week or two, and we'll be back where we need to be. So that's kind of how I look at these type of positions here. So Nvidia, I think, is the same way. We're at 120. May take a dip even further, but I wouldn't be surprised if we back into 125, 130, 135 in a month or two. So but we'll just see. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not selling any positions anytime soon. So yeah, that's my take on it. And David got deep pockets? No, not quite. I'm an average investor, just like everybody else. But yeah, so that's enough on Nvidia. I want to look at a few more other positions outside of Nvidia, and let's see. We know about all the positions that's taking a loss today, but there's got to be something out there that's doing well, right? got to be something that's doing well. And I have one position over the last week or so since their earnings. Actually, a few days ago, that's been doing quite well. Let me see if you guys are owners of Berkshire Hathaway. I own some BRKB, the Class B shares, currently trading at 502.41 and up. Despite everything's going on, up 1.68% today over the last week. Berkshire is up 4.59% over the last month, up 5.84%, and year to date, up 10.84%. So, although we saw that the S&P was down year to date, Berkshire Hathaway, we're looking at Class B here, is up year to date almost 11%. And like I said, I do have a few shares of Berkshire, and it's been moving. So we're looking at year to date. Let's look over the last year. Berkshire is up 22.87% over the last year alone. So, this position has it's definitely one of my better positions in that particular portfolio, one of my top positions, and it hasn't disappointed. It's definitely moving, definitely moving. And let's see what you got, Neil. Would you do calls or puts on a video, man? That's don't get me a line on that, man. I'm not an option specialist, and I'm still trying to get my feet wet on the calls and puts thing. I'm looking to find some long-term call positions, leap options, but I kind of have to find the right plays. So for me, I'm probably not doing either or, but you probably have more experienced option traders who would be best to answer that question. It probably depends on how far your expiration's out. If you're thinking long term, you're thinking short term. I'm sure some people who bet against their earnings, they would go down. They racked up big time today. So, yeah. Over 100% per 5 years. It'll be 1K very soon. What we talking about? BRKB? 1K soon? Or are you talking about NVIDIA? BRKB, I hope it'd be 1,000. Let me add a little bit more. While I can. Over the last 5 years, BRKB, the Berkshire Hathaway Class B, is up 143% over the last 5 years, 296 points. So 5 years from now, if everything keeps going like it is, I can definitely see this going over 1,000. And I haven't reached a point where I can bet against Warren Buffett, man. Warren Buffett is the GOAT in my eyes as far as this investing is concerned. So why not have a piece of the pie? And that's my way of thinking. And so far, it hasn't disappointed at all. So I'm going to keep adding to my Berkshire position, no matter if it's up or down, because long term, I believe that this is just, a home run position, and it's starting to get pricey. So, I'm not a financial advisor, but it may be smart to have a little Berkshire in your portfolio. So if you have a brokerage that allows you to buy partial shares, you may want to think about adding BRKB. Yeah, yep. So definitely one of my favorite positions. And hopefully one day, I doubt it, but maybe one day it'll pay a dividend. Yep. Lisa, what's going on? Yeah, it's time to touch on Maine and Apple and Amazon, and let's see what's going on with some of the big boys. We talked about a little bit NVIDIA, talked about BRKB, which one of my favorites right now. I got to keep adding. Let's take a look at Apple. I just did a cover call on Apple today while it was in the green. Yeah, I think Apple was in the green for a little bit, so I did a cover call to earn a little extra income. I did a cover call on Amazon a couple of days ago to earn a little extra income, so I used some of that income to do some buys today. So, I'll talk about that in a minute, what I bought. But Apple down today 1.27%. Over the last week, Apple is down 3%, 3.52%. And over the last month, Apple is up 3.24% though. So in year to date, Apple is down 5.24%. Whew. Apple's one of my favorite positions. That's a no sell stock. No matter what, I'll probably never sell my Apple shares. Only adding to it when I can. And it's actually one of the positions I bought today. Just bought a small amount of Apple. So, wherever I can add to Apple, I'll do it. So I use some of the cover call income to buy some actual shares of Apple. So, yep. I'd probably never turn my back on Apple. I've never bought an iPhone or iPad or any of that, but I do believe in Apple as a company long term. I'll keep buying Apple as long as I'm investing. So it took a long time to get to that 100 shares. So I got to make it work. So we're gonna be flipping that into some cover call income, and we're adding. We'll keep adding. The coat falling, the Apple coat falling. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in deep with Apple, man. Never even purchased an Apple product, but I'm in deep with Apple for sure. For sure. What has Apple done over the last year? Up 29%. Y'all keep talking bad about Apple. 5 years, Apple, over the last 5 years, Apple's up 247%. And overall, Apple is up 215,000%. Yes, I'm an investor in Apple. I'll keep buying Apple. It's still one of Trap's sayings, or the apple a day. Well, no, that's not it. That's apple stock a day to keep the doctor away, or what do you say? Something like that. Something in that nature. The Apple bubble it'll have to bust on me, because I'm not selling no Apple. Apple can drop 50 points tomorrow. I'll be looking to buy some more Apple for sure. All right, let's take a look at Amazon. All the big boys are getting hit. Amazon, man, down to 208. It's just been getting crushed over the last week, down 6%. Whew. Over the last month, 11%. Apple is down, and year to date, Apple's down 4.85%. It's just at 242. Just at 242 on February 4th. Now we're sitting at 208.74. What is your thoughts on Amazon? Is this another buying opportunity? I think so. Keep buying Amazon. I'm not a financial advisor, but yeah, I'm gonna keep buying Amazon. I'm gonna keep buying Apple. Those two for sure. Now these other ones, I'm gonna have to give a side eye to, while they're going through their, going through these crazy times. Google is another one. While we're going through a few here. Google's at 170.21. Wow. Struggling big time. Down 9% over the last week. And over the last month, Google is down 12%. And I'm just looking at GOOG. Google has two ticker symbols, but this is GOOG, and they're usually, pretty similar. Year to date, down 10%. Man. Google, I know we was sitting pretty high, 207.71 on the 4th of February, but ever since then, we've just been on a free fall. What are we thinking about Google? We still buying? Are we still buying Google? Lisa, do you own any Google shares that you're buying right now? Or you is it wait and see time? Waiting on the right levels to load the boat? What's the plan right now? And let's take a look at what we got. Let's take a look at Tesla. I don't think anything's just positive right now, man. I don't know any, unless you guys know something that's, we talked about BRKB. If you have something out there that's doing well in these crazy times, let me know. Let me know. But Tesla down today, 3%. Over the last week, down 20%. Tesla has some big swings here and there. So that's not too surprising when it's going one way or the other. Over the last month, down 29%, down 115 points. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Year to date, down 30%, 121 points. Wow. I don't know, man. I was under the impression that crypto and Tesla and some of these other positions were the things to buy right now. Maybe I was nah, I ain't gonna go into that. Dio said stressful. Hey, yeah. I don't own a lot of Tesla. I do own some shares. I don't own a lot, just a couple shares. Nothing that's going to stress me out too much, regarding Tesla. But I hate to see the price going down right now. But these are the times we in. These are the times that we in. And let's take a look at one that I don't look at too much, right? Let's look at some EVs. Is there any Lucid owners out there? Lucid trading at $2.23. I remember I was about to load up on Lucid, thinking that it was going, when it dropped under 10, thinking that was a good price to get in. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna just load the boat on Lucid. These EVs are bound to rebound, and here we are with Lucid sitting at $2.23. $2.23. Lisa said, "Oh, it's green on the day." Oh, we about to take a look at for sure. Let me just take a look at Lucid last week. For the last 5 days, down 31%. Whew. And Lucid is like it's on shaky ground. Year to date, Lucid down 26%. Over the last year, 29%. Over the last 5 years, down 77%. Man, I was thinking about just making this a big position as well, and I still keep my eye on it just to see how low will it go, but definitely not in the portfolio right now. And Lisa said, "Oh, it's green on the day, sitting at up 0.84%. All right. How many people own O out there? I don't have any O at this time. Over the last week, down. And we know what O's about. O's about that steady income, that's that dividend increase, and that dividend payout every month. So up 1% over the last month, year to date, up 5%. So O has been performing well, up almost 6%, up 3 points year to date so far. So if you're an O owner, when is payday? On the 15th, right? Every month on the 15th. It's time to collect. And I keep telling myself, man, I'm gonna get back in O. When the price kind of dropped down, I kept saying I was gonna get back in O, but I never did. I didn't get back in it. But O is one of those solid positions that's great to have in your portfolio. I'm choosing Maine right now, but Maine or O or both, one or the other, I think is great for the portfolio. And Neo is actually on my list today that I had written down. Neo is up today. Neo is at trading at $4.79, up 1.48% on the day. Lisa, do you own any Neo? If so, what's the long-term plan with Neo? Is this once you hold long term, do you trade it, swing trade it, or We're just holding out for right now. Over the last week, Neo is up 7%. And how is Neo doing year to date? Up 9.86%. So is this a buy-in time for Neo? Is it time to start that portfolio? Because over the last year, it's down 17%, right? Well, 5 years up 15%. But let's look over the last year, down 17%. So is this a time? Because we see a year to date is up almost 10%. So is it time to start buying Neo? What's the game plan? Accidentally dying. Okay. So you holding long term, but it sounds like that wasn't the initial plan. Cool. Well, it looks like it's on a look like it's might be time to get in. I hate Neo stock. So that means that you must have took a little hit on some Neo at one time or another. And you know, that happens. That happens. Neo says near 2020 share prices on Neo, pick up more. Whew. I don't have one share. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have one share. But Lisa says she hates it, but it may be time to buy more. It looks like it's time for a turnaround with Neo. What we say? Rivian is negative for the year too. What's the future for these EV stocks? These EV positions. Is there a future for EV, or is it dead? Can't be dead, right? We're not gonna say that, are we? You're not gonna say that, are we? Rivian Automotive up to date though, 1.75%. Over the last week, down 8%, and year to date down 12%. These EVs, man, they just don't know, man. Tesla, Lucid, Rivian. To be honest with you, I'm just not bold enough to hold anything other than Tesla right now. And you see Tesla's getting taken to the woodshed right now. So I don't have enough heart right now to add any more EVs to the portfolio. And I know Tesla may be more than the EV, but it's still a EV that I'm just not, I have it, but that's about it. That's about it right now. We looked at LI Auto. It's still doing well. We looked at it the other day, I should say. Down today 3% sitting at 31.92. But up big time. 14% over the last week, and over the last month up 35%. Year to date up 33%. So I looked at LI Auto. Comes with Chinese EV maker posts pictures of first all-electric SUV. That may be the one to go. That may be the one. Now, Neil, did you have LI? I can't remember. Do you have LI Auto? Yeah, I ain't messing with it. I'm not messing with Lucid, man. Yeah. Yep. Tesla, yeah. Tesla is a little bit more than just your average EV. So I'm not, I don't mind owning some Tesla. I know it can be a rocky road sometimes, but I'll deal with that. I deal with one rocky road instead of 3 or 4 rocky roads. So I'll take my hands with Tesla. So today I did make some purchases, some small purchases. What did you guys? Did you guys buy anything today? Let me know. I bought some. I used some cover call income to buy some Amazon. just a couple of dollars of each. Amazon, Apple, Tesla. Bought some SPLG today. Bought a little Google. Then I had to buy some income. Bought a little JEPQ because I know dividend time is coming in the next week or so. So I bought a little JEPQ, which is one of my favorite ETFs. And I bought a little AMZY, which is one of those yield maxes for Amazon, which I'm still up pretty good on AMZY. But with the downturn in the market, I know that that payout next month is probably not going to be great. Paid off the you know what? Tomorrow's payday. I'm paying off some debt tomorrow too, so don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I'm not one of those ones that say I have to be 100% debt free before I invest, because that'll probably never happen. But paying off debt is extremely important, and if you have to choose between the two, man, pay that debt off, and then you'll appreciate it in the long run. And free up some extra cash, disposable income to invest in the market. So nothing wrong with that. Pay that debt off. Pay it off. Pay it off. Pay it off. Always. So yeah, those are my buys today. And in my son's account, we did buy a little. We bought a little Google, and we bought some Nvidia today in his account. So just some small purchases today. I didn't have a lot of extra cash sitting around, so I just used what I had and made some small purchases. So, yep. I want to open 3 new positions, average down, a handful of others, but I'm broke. Hey, well, when you get it, you got the plan. So when you have some extra funds that roll in, you already know what to do with it. You don't even have to think about it. So as long as you got a plan, you're gonna be all right. All right, we at the 37-minute mark. For those who may drop in, always remember to hit the like button, the share button, notification bell. I appreciate it. We talk about a little bit of the watch list. So I want to close out today by just going through my live account that I do show every now and then. It's my Robinhood account, just to show you how I've also been affected by the downturn in the market. It's not all peaches and cream. It's not all roses. You know what I mean? So, the Robinhood account is one account I do show. I don't have a problem showing it. Most of my investing is at Fidelity, but let's just take a look and see what's going on at Robinhood. And no, it's bleeding. It's bleeding for sure, just like everybody else. So let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. See what we got going on. And and this account is live because I do have crypto in this account as well. So I have 3 crypto positions and 4 stock/ETF positions. So you see today we took a hit just like everybody else. We are down 3% on the day, down $213.05. We was well over the 7K mark. Now we have taken a dip. It's kind of slowed my plans, and as far as pushing this account to 8K. So, but that's part of the game. We okay. We down 3%. You just gotta roll with the punches, man. Just like all my accounts, just gotta roll with the punches. So, in the last week, we're down 9%, which is crazy right now. 10%. You see, it's moving, right? It's live. It's up to date. So we're down 10%, down 746 points over the last week in the Robinhood account. So, that reminds me of when I was doing some option trades in here. No, man, I'm not rich, but this this is this is not one of my main accounts. I wish it was a main account. If it still does, if it works like I need it to work, it can be a main account. But we're down 10% in the past week. Over the past month, we're down 11.7%. Year to date, we're only down 2% year to date. Yeah, we're only down 2% year to date. No, I'm sorry. Okay, I knew something was wrong. We're down 10% year to date, 10.65% year to date. And so, man, just these last couple of weeks have just taken us down. So, whew, let's go over here to our Bitcoin position here. Let's just run through these real quick before we get off. Down 6% on the day, but we're still up 63% on our Bitcoin position with an average cost of 48,823. So we're still up overall on the Bitcoin position, but we know that we see what Bitcoin's doing. It's taking a turn for the worse right now. Ethereum, we are down today 8%, and we are now officially down overall on our Ethereum, down 2.6%. So not a good look so far. And then we have a little Doge here as well. And Doge, we are down today 8%, but we're still up 17% overall with an average cost of 15 cents in our Doge position. And with these cryptos, man, a lot of people buy and sell on the crypto. I get caught holding all the time because I just believe long term that it's going to work. But, of course I'm going to get bit, right? That's just how it is. Let's see what position has been the biggest drawdown. Probably one of my yield max positions, honestly. Most of my stocks and ETFs that I've held long term, I'm up on those positions, even with this, even with what's going on now. But so it's probably one of those yield max positions that I know I have just for income, and so I'll use that drawback time to probably add more shares because I'm hoping the market's going to turn around. I'm hoping, but we don't know for sure. But let's go to some of the stock positions. ET. And ET was over $20 that not too long ago, but currently at $18.96. We're down today 1%, but we're still up 35% overall in our ET position. Average cost of $13.97. So not bad. We're still up, as you see. Like I said, for the most of the ones I've held long term, we're going to be up overall, but I still hate seeing the market doing what it's doing right now. So VTI, we are down on the day 1%, but we're still up 13.94% overall in our VTI position. Don't have a lot of shares, 4.7 shares, but we're working our way to our next goal of 5 shares, which we'll hit eventually. We do buy every week into VTI. And next up, we have our QQQM position, which I know has been getting hammered lately. But let's take a look and see where we at. We're down 2% today, but we're still up 16% overall on our QQQM position. Average cost of $176.95, and it's trading at 206. So we're still up. We're still up on our QQQM. And last but not least, we have our main MAIN, one of my favorite positions. But even Maine is pulling back a little bit during these times, down today 1%. But overall, we're still up 36.96% on our main position. This is a monthly paying dividend position. Average cost $43, or $43.01, and it's trading at 58.90. So we're still well up on our main position. So just got to handle these little rocky times, but overall, the portfolio, the Robinhood portfolio, I'm still pretty confident in. Just gotta navigate the ship, right now, and we'll bounce back. Just keep doing what we're doing, and eventually, we'll bounce back with the Robinhood portfolio. So, you know. But yeah, man, yeah, we're at the 45-minute mark. I think we're going to call it a night. Just want to touch bases, during these crazy times in the market. Neil, I appreciate you stopping in. Lisa, appreciate you stopping in. Everybody else who tuned in. Um, so it's your crypto position that's up money. Yep, don't even stop this down. In this portfolio, no stock position is down at all. Nope. And I have crypto over at Coinbase as well. Some other crypto stuff. But yeah, in the Robinhood portfolio, all the stocks ETF positions are up overall. Just only actually only overall only the Ethereum is down. The reason the portfolio is down like they, over a year's time because I was trading options. I took some L's on options, but my long-term plays, for the most part, have done well. So we're just going to keep building up on those, and we'll just be prepared when the market turns back around. Which I'm saying, I'm being optimistic. I'm going to speak it into existence, which I believe it will. But we got to be prepared for whichever way it goes. So. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's it. We're gonna call it a night. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This is Stock Talk Late Night Episode 7. We'll be back Tuesday. Look out for a video or two over the weekend on some topics that I hadn't touched on in a while. Got to give you guys an update on my SCHD position. Probably go back over my Apple position. Getting towards the end of the month, so I'll be giving you a breakdown of our February dividends that hit in the month of February, and just to see, where we stand so far year to date with our dividend income. So be on the lookout for those videos. But for episode late night episode 8, we'll be back Tuesday night, 10:30. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And just come over here and we'll chit chat for a good 35, 40 minutes, maybe even an hour, and talk a little bit about this stock market. So, but yeah, man, that's going to be it for the night. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you just joining, man, catch that replay. I appreciate it. Leave me some comments. It's always welcome. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later.